Movies Over Easy is filmed in front of a live studio ostrich.
Hi, and welcome to Movie Cocktails. I'm Clint, and this is my friend
Brandon Weir.
And today we watched Ex Machina, directed by Alex Garland, starring Alexia, Vikander, Domhnall Gleeson, and Oscar Isaacs. It's a movie about artificial intelligence and the Turing test. And this guy is coming to interview her and to see if she's a robot or if she has true AI. What are your initial thoughts of this movie?
I'd like to start out by saying this guy was selected with the knowledge that he has no family, no connections, he's not married or anything like that, and that gave me pause immediately because I feel like after this guy gets flown to this compound in the middle of nowhere and evaluates this AI that this fellow's created, he's gonna get a bullet in the back of his head.
You don't know what's going on. It starts out, you have a contest, he's flown in, he gets put into this house in the middle of the forest, and he comes in, he gets greeted by a robot voice and gets this little key card. He comes through this maze of a house, and then he comes out on this amazing vista of his balcony over a river, and you pan to Oscar Isaacs just beating on this heavy bag.
Which I think is a very ominous opening. He wants full control. He wants you to know he owns you, and I think that is punctuated through the very scary non-disclosure agreement that the main character guy has to sign.
Also, the fact that he is out hundreds of miles from civilization.
Yes.
You're also like, if you want to run, you can run, but where are you going to go? Like,
You want to die in the woods?
Yeah. Okay. Want a bear to eat you? Cool. Fuck. Get out here. So yeah, he signs a non-disclosure agreement, and he's going to perform the Turing test to find out if Ava, which is the robot, has actual artificial intelligence, or if she's just a computer.
His first meeting with Ava is it's a very sterile room. He walks in, it's glass and just concrete floors. And there's just a single chair in there, and the first thing his eye is drawn to is a crack in the glass, obviously, made through a fist or, some form of violence.
Oh yeah, something's went down in that room, and we don't know what it is, but it starts you out.
Puts you on edge.
Oh yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Ava enters the room.
Yeah.
And pretty face, but robot body.
He's having to determine how she acts and how she speaks and how she interacts. Throughout the movie, he talks to her, asks her questions. She asks questions in return. He's trying to get to know her, but she's also trying to get to know him. You kind of learn that she's really advanced. She can pick up audio cues and facial expressions, and she can even tell when you're lying, which was scary because he asked him a few things. She asked him a few things. She's like, "No, what's your favorite color?" He's like, "Red." He's like, "No, you're lying."
Which, fuck that. I'm immediately out of there. Obviously, this bitch is evaluating you much more than you're evaluating her.
Mm-hmm. Then you cut between her and then him interacting with Nathan. And Nathan is a heavy drinker, but he's also physically fit. So throughout the day, he'll get drinking a little more, and he gets scary. Like, he's like a scary drunk. At the beginning, you get this key card, and there's certain aspects of the house that you can access. And if you're allowed to go in there, you scan your key card and it turns blue. And if you're not, it'll be red and you can't go in there. So that's more into the realm of, this is my place, I'm under control, stay where you're fucking supposed to be. Trust is the big thing in this movie. Do you trust Nathan? Do you trust Ava? They go back and forth. There's highs and lows, and there's power outages in this movie. What do you think of the power outages?
When the power outages start, you initially don't know what's causing these, and it's even addressed with Isaac. He says, "Oh well, when the guys that came in and put in the electrical system, they must have fucked something up when they put it in." And he's like, "Oh well, why don't you just have them come back and fix it?" And he goes, sips his ominous beer, and says, I would, but I had them all killed after they inserted it.
And there's no laugh. And he doesn't clarify, are you kidding? It's just it leaves it at that. It's like, okay.
Oh, I may or may not be kidding about how I killed all the people that built this place. By the way, bro, I had you sign a non-disclosure agreement and you have no family whatsoever to claim your body once I've murdered you.
During the power outages, the cameras and the audio go out, so Officer Isaac can't monitor what they're doing. So she's like, you can't trust him. He's lying to you. He's been treating me terribly. And he starts to fall in love with her almost, and she starts trusting her. And I don't know about you, but I would trust the human over the robot any day.
Absolutely.
My favorite character was Ava. She did a really good job of just setting the tone and being the innocent little girl, trying to get him to love her. And are you attracted to me? Will you go on a date with me? Just trying to reel him in. You're mine now, bitch. And then, who's your favorite character?
I wanted to give it to the main character, but I gotta give it to Isaac. Isaac set the tone for this movie. Honestly, the first introduction he has is an intimidation, and then he's so amicable after that. He's so, hey, we're gonna be buds now.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be totally fine, and congratulations for being selected. How great is this gonna be? And then
have a good week.
You have the scenes where he fucking automatically is a different person.
Yeah.
And he wants to show.
So on the drop of a dime, he just, okay, I'm happy now. Oh, fuck you. This is getting serious.
Yeah, and you never know how to feel about him.
The visuals were great. You have a lot of the open vistas, the nature and the river and the glacial shots. But then you have the laboratory and the concrete walls and the artificial lighting. I think it has a really good contrast between the two. A lot of sci-fi movies get caught up in just being in space or being underwater, being all in the same environment.
There was a great pace to this movie. They never got bogged down in anything. There was never anything too technical, which was obviously a big problem in a lot of the sci-fi movies. It kept it grounded. It kept it in things you actually care about. It kept it in the manipulation, in the who to trust, in the what's right from wrong, and the characters did a great job in illustrating the different points of view. The cinematography was fantastic, and it immerses you from the very beginning. You get those nature shots from the very beginning, and then it brings you into the compound, and you're really interested to see, what's going on there, the whole keycard situation. You feel a relation to the main character, and you also feel his anxiety in being in such a strange environment, and that's the key factor that immerses you into it.
Great acting. Yeah. So my final thought. Just ate a dick. Sorry. My final thoughts for this movie. Great acting, great cinematography, great visuals. I love the contrast between the nature and the lab. Ava, Alexia Vikander, really good role. Go see this movie. I would give it a 9 out of 10. What do you think?
I agree with that. 9 out of 10, absolutely. The big factors for my ratings of movies are the immersiveness, because you don't give a fuck if you're not immersed in the movie, and I've said it a lot, but it's a main factor in this movie. You're immersed and you care what's going on. There are so many sci-fi movies where I'm like, fuck it, kill him. And that's a horrible problem in a lot of movies. 9 out of 10 for this one because I'm immersed, I care, cinematography's great, and I can't give it a 10. I would like to, however, the ending of the movie, while very good, didn't hit me hard enough to get a 10.
So this is Ex Machina. You can watch it on Amazon. You can buy it pretty much anywhere. It's been out for a few years. You can probably find it pretty cheap. Great movie. Check it out. Definitely if you're a fan of iRobot or those sci-fi movies, character dramas, great acting, go see it. Thanks, Brandon, for joining me.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
This was Movies Over Easy. Please subscribe and like the video. And I hope to see you back next time.